chop, yum yum. And call me Toppy Chicky, and you got clean, oh hi.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's MCLegoboy here with 9489. The Endor Rebel Troopers versus Imperial Troopers. I think that's what it's called. It's a very long name for a battle pack, and this was back whenever they were doing two sets or two minifigures from each side fighting. And like, I kind of do and don't like the idea. Like, in this sense, it totally makes sense. Awesome. I don't want to get two more of these speeder bikes and trying to find a place to hide them and stuff like that. But I would have loved to have maybe some Ewoks even. That would be cool to show, like, Rebel Alliance Endor Battle Pack, and you get some extra Ewoks. Just generic Ewoks. You don't need them to be super specific. But, you know, that would just be cool, because I love my Ewoks, and I want more Ewoks. So, anyway, going over minifigures now. We got this dude. He just won't be stopped from being in every set there is. No, but, you know, totally fine. The only new thing about him was this head print. Jeez. I just don't like the head print. A lot of people like it, and then some other people complain, oh, well, this isn't technically correct, because in the expanded universe, they weren't all clones, because they shut down the cloning stuff, and yeah, whatever. I get it. But we never see these guys take off their helmets at all in any of the original trilogy episodes, so I'm not all too concerned about it when it comes to there needing to be faces. I mean, their boss is an evil dude that takes over, like, an entire galaxy, and, you know, there's just not something to enjoy about your life. I mean, come on. Ton of oppression. You were probably forced into the Empire. If you weren't, you were going to be sent off to work for it anyway. I mean, pretty much anything you do, you're going to be working for the Empire in this time. Your life's not all that great. I mean, I understand that you've been brainwashed into thinking that your life is great, but it's not, okay? So stop smiling. Stop looking like you're so happy for killing all these other dudes. No, they're trying to save you. Stop being mean. So yeah, then we got the Rebel side of things. Now this guy is just super cool because he's got a vest. If you can't have facial hair, you gotta have a vest to look cool. Okay, Han Solo is proof of that. He's got a vest, he's cool. So yeah, this dude got a vest and he's awesome. The helmet on him is a redesign of the Endor helmet. You saw the Battle of Endor set review. The bottom of these things, it's not a ring on the bottom. It's just slope in, have some stud area, slope back out, and that's what was causing the helmet to be squishing back up. Because I can press this down and it will stay down. So that's a nice little detail. And then some tan hands. So, and then we got this guy. I ripped off his arm because I'm an evil Wookiee, and that's what I do. I just rip off minifigure arms. It was really just to get him in a nice pose, look like he's shooting down at guys. But this guy, he's no different from the other Endor rebels that we got in Battle of Endor and now in Ewok Village, except for the fact that he's got tan hands, and the tan hands are in Ewok Village. And then, really, like, my only complaint about this dude... Yeah. They used an Indiana Jones head. I don't know why they used an Indiana Jones head. I would have totally been cool if they had used a head from a character in Indiana Jones, but not Indiana Jones himself. It's just kind of weird, but maybe it's a joke that the designer put in as a little Star Wars thing, because, I mean, they're both owned by Lucasfilm. They both have Harrison Ford in it. I mean, I don't know. But... you know, it's just one of those things. It's like, why his face? What was so important about him to have that face that he got that face? I don't know. But at least it's different from the one that I got in the Brickmaster thing, so it's welcome. Here, it's another speeder bike. I mean, really, speeder bikes, they're all too common. We get a redesign of this piece, which is interesting. But I guess because you don't need the little extra bits on there for a type of joint system that we don't even use anymore, it saves plastic, and after a while you save enough plastic to make one of these things, and throughout the entire batch you could probably make like 100 more of these things than you could whenever you had the little claw things on there, or the little joint connection area. So really, it's exactly the same except for this little bottom bit right there and maybe a few new pieces. But really, it's exactly the same as the one that we got in Ewok Attack, the 2011 version. So, I mean, really, it's a speeder bike. I mean, I've seen so many of these things, I really don't care. I was like, oh, cool, another speeder bike, yay! So. And, you know, this thing, the Rebel side of this set, really, not all too impressive, but it doesn't need to be. It just needs to be a little bit of extra scenery for your Endor battle, which I'm totally cool with welcoming some extra detail. But yeah, a nice little round base on it. You got a flick fire missile, because, you know, you absolutely have to have a flick fire missile. But really, the only thing that really stands out to me is this whole 4x5 slope thing. Anytime that you have a 6-stud long piece, if you're able to connect it to a few extra pieces to allow this to happen, get a 1x6 plate, put 2 studs on the bottom of it, and then try to connect it onto a piece that is large enough to get a 5 down and 4 across slope going on. It will fit perfectly snug and everything will be awesome. I discovered this on my own. I did not need this set, but I'm glad that they acknowledged that this is in fact a legal connection. And I don't know. I mean, it's just a cool looking piece that they threw into the set as a nice little Rebel barricade type thing. Or, you know, at least something to trip over. But I don't know. It looks cool. I don't know what it is. And maybe it's just because it fits so well in this set that it just feels like if it wasn't there, the set would just not be as cool. So, I don't know, that's really all there is to this set. I mean, there's not a lot of exciting things that happen. It's really all just about the minifigures since it is a battle pack. So, yeah, I'll go over instructions for the last little bit. First off, but they tried to reintroduce some comics. Okay. I don't know really what to think about this. It's like, oh, hey, there's a dude coming on a speeder bike. Let's shoot him. Blow him up. Yay! Where are all the alternate builds and stuff? I thought that was supposed to be kind of a callback to 1999, where some larger sets actually had comics. And the comics told a short little story. You got to see people get angry at each other. And then you got to see all these alternate builds that you could make out of these sets. And sometimes they would show you some very, very limited, but still show you instructions of how to make some of these super cool things. And then you would have to try on your own to make these other things. What's up with the comic in the back? You're just wasting paper. Come on. We got to be economic. Stop wasting paper. So, yes, this has been MCLegoboy with 9489 Endor Rebel Trooper versus Stormtrooper or Import blah 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 blah. You know what I'm talking about. That set right there. Right there. So, this has been MCLegoboy. See you guys. Oh yeah, notice the smallest set to review right before the biggest set that I have ever reviewed. or at least for the Endor playset series. Like, such a tiny little set, and then we get like this massive tree fort. So, just something to think about. So, anyway, see you guys next week.